Yo, what's up, everybody? Mr. 707 here today, getting in another video, starting to pick up the frequency at which I do my vlogs, and trying to uh, start going after different topics besides sobriety. I'm pretty sure people don't want to hear about sobriety every time I do my vlogs, but it will come up often. I probably won't do like all my videos dedicated to it, but you will probably hear about sobriety at some point in time in any given video because that's just the type of time that I'm on right now. And to just show you how serious I am about it, check out what I'm drinking: a beer, but it's an alcohol-free, 0% uh, alcohol Heineken, and I just found out about these, uh, so I had to try it. I'm still on 1 6 pack. Probably had it about 4 days now, and every once in a while when I get off work like today, I'll have one. I won't drink one on camera right now, but I probably will when I finish this video. So who I wanted to talk about today was a guy named Wes Watson, and his channel is GP Penitentiary Life, and his name is, like I said, Wes Watson. He talks about like a lot of motivational type things. He talks about his time in prison. He talked about why he went to prison, and he just talks about like how he views life after doing those 10 years in prison. Yeah, he has some war stories. It gives you a better perspective on how prison life was for him being a white man. I'm from California. He did his time in California state prison. And as you may or may not know, it's highly segregated and a lot of politics involved. So me and him probably, like, or any other black dude, probably would not have too many dealings besides some type of violence or politics going on. I've never been to prison, so I can't really speak on prison life. But I do find it fascinating to watch his channel and other channels that talk about it, just because I like to see people that had done their time and they get out and move forward and try to build on their life and work on staying out. And they sometimes, a lot of times, have a positive message to tell you, and they also have firsthand knowledge of what they went through behind those walls, which could be uh, kind of intriguing to hear sometimes. Um, so Wes Watson, how I learned about Wes Watson was from watching Big Herc 916. 916 is the area code for Sacramento. Uh, that's in Northern California, like myself, but they're probably an hour or so away from me. So I've been watching Big Herc. He did time in a federal prison, and he has coined some terms as that are popular on his comment section as splitting wigs and busting cheeks. I know it's pretty entertaining, but he also has a good story, and he moved forward with his life, and he talks about his time, but his main focus is interviewing people that did time, and not just in California, not just in state or federal, but from all over in both systems. Even he did interview the guy that did time in federal prison, Mexican prison, and probably some state time too. So he he gets on people from all over the country, and his thing's been taking off. Big Herc is doing pretty good. Gave that lifestyle up and is productive members of society. So I like to see stuff like that. And Wes Watson did an interview on Big Herc, which probably propelled his career or his YouTube channel even further. That's probably how I ran across it, just because it made his content popular. I think he was already a channel prior to doing Big Herc, but Big Herc is kind of laying down a roadmap for a lot of guys. that are starting their channels. Um, and a lot of guys that did interviews on his channel have got out and started their own channel, which is starting to take off for them also. Wes Watson has an interesting story. I'm not going to tell you his whole story. I'll leave a link for his channel if you want to check out his videos. But I'll give you like some of the basic points. He went to prison, was sentenced to about 10 years, something to do with some type of drug case, and uh, probably some violence involved in that, but not serious enough to get him life or anything. But I think he did do about 10 years. Um, so, and he's part of the whites, which typically don't get along with the black inmates. Um, and he's tatted up. He says he's not racist. It's actually all how politics works in the prison system, and I tend to buy it. I mean, if you would think he probably wouldn't want to alienate. If you're after a YouTube thing, you wouldn't want to alienate or cater to just whites or whoever. You would want as many people as you can get to watch your channel to watch. And so, I'm pretty sure in that prison system that he had to conform to whatever he felt he had to conform to as far as the segregation aspect, or how the politics aspect of it. I mean, it is what it is, and their message basically is to, if you don't want to have to go through that, don't go to prison, which makes a lot of sense. So he says he's not a racist, and I kind of, hey, it is what it is. If you are, it is what it is, So, but I do like to listen to his story. He's sometimes he's funny, sometimes you like, okay, this dude is serious. He has a pretty good message. His delivery is strong. He talks about a lot of things like not just being motivated and not being weak minded as far as vices. Yeah, he doesn't, or he said he doesn't drink or do any, he didn't drink or do any drugs and doesn't drink or do any drugs. Now, he is jacked as far as his muscles. The dude is pretty big. So that was just a testament to his workout regimen while he was in prison and his workout regimen after prison. So, he's just, I would encourage somebody to check it out, maybe in my age group or younger. So, get an idea of what to expect if you end up in prison. So it's not for the faint of heart. So it's an interesting channel, and I've been watching it for like probably the last month, maybe. I'll catch whatever new video he has out. I think he put one out today that I'm probably going to watch. So it's an interesting channel. And he actually, from what Black Bigot said, Black Bigot had a run-in with Wes Watson because apparently Wes Watson sells workout plans and diet plans to get jacked like him. That's his thing. That's what he does. He does personal training. I'm not going to knock him. But Black Bigot was saying that he emailed him and hit him up, and Wes actually called him back and told him he charged him $275 a month to design his workout plan and his meal regimen. And it is what it is. That's his going rate. Personal trainers are not cheap. Black Bigot, however, does not have that type of money to spend. And to tell you the truth, I don't know if I would be willing to spend that much money either. But that's just me. Not saying that people don't do it. It's a very booming industry. Me, myself, personally, I would probably try to do it on my own instead of paying somebody $275 a month to show me how to work out and how to eat right. But I'm not knocking his hustle at all. I hope it works out for him, and it probably will. I mean, with the much attention that he is garnering, I'm pretty sure that he can get some people that will buy into his program, and they probably, no doubt, would see results. But but apparently, uh, Black Bigot told Wes Watson, "Hey, well, I'll think about it," but in the back of his head, he wasn't gonna, spend $275 a month because he more than likely, the guy sleeps in his van, he can't afford it, and that's perfectly fine. But apparently, Wes Watson um, jumped jumped on this case and like, hey, yeah, don't hit me back. You're fucking wasting my time, blah, 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 this and that. This is what I gathered from a video of his that I watched just yesterday. So I found that out just yesterday. And it's kind of funny. But at the same time, that's the type of person Wes Watson is. He fucking serious, don't waste his time, you know, but he probably could have came at it a little different. He could have handled that situation a little different. But that's just the type of person he is. He's high strung. So he jumped bad, and I guess Black Bigot's been making videos about Wes Watson here and there, and the Wes Watson fan club kind of like jumped on. So that kind of pushed his popularity also, is because the Wes Watson people. And that's how I learned about his video, just from watching another video that is kind of suggested after you watch Wes Watson or Big Hurt. They will throw some other suggested content in there, and I think somebody in the suggested brought up Black Bigot. And that's how I got on Black Bigot. So I just find it funny. So I want you to go check out Wes Watson, the dude. I think he's like almost 200,000 subscribers now. And within the few weeks that I've been watching him, I think he might have picked up 100,000 subscribers in the last 3 weeks. Something insanely ridiculous. So, but good for him. I hope it works out for him. Like I said, I do like his content. I don't trip off of the white black thing because that's just prison politics. In fact, I had a weird story. I used to work at a local, like a retail store. I don't want to say their name. And I was about 19 or 20 years old. And there was this guy and this girl. They came up asking me questions on where to find a certain product or something. And this dude was covered in tattoos, his entire face. He had swastikas and thunderbolts and all this and that. And clearly this guy has been to prison or just got out of prison. And, if anybody would be a racist, it would clearly be this guy. But I didn't act all scared to get all sensitive. I helped him like he was any other person. It's like, hey, it's over here. Blah, 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 this. I didn't give an attitude like, get the hell out of my face or whatever. None of that. I didn't do that. So, he didn't say nothing racist or disrespectful to me. So that was it after that. So, but yeah, it is what it is. He might be racist, but at the same time, he needed some help looking for his product. But, we gotta coexist with our fellow man out here. He might have changed his life. I don't know. But those tattoos is kind of, once you put those tattoos on your face and your neck and all over your body, you can't hide that. And that was clearly a part of this man's past, and, I can respect his ability to, try to navigate back into normal society and not going back to prison. Maybe that's why I watch these channels, is because, I find it hard to once somebody did that much time to reintegrate in society, but people do it all the time, and more power to them. But yeah, that's my video for today. I'm gonna post a link to some of the channels in my description if you want to check it out. If you haven't already seen them. All right, Mr. 707 out.